And while we have a bit of time sitting down with you, I want to ask about the kind of person, I guess, behind the public profile, because you're seen really as the most controversial cabinet minister. Is that a position that you relish, that you enjoy?
I think the interviewer probably wanted to say the most evil cabinet minister. Anyway, here we are with Suella Braverman, who's just stirred things up by saying this.
We cannot allow our streets to be taken over by rows of tents occupied by people, many of them from abroad, living on the streets as a lifestyle choice.
Before we examine her comment about living in tents as a lifestyle choice, let's get back to the question of relishing being controversial / evil.
Listen, I'm here as Home Secretary to deliver for the British people on some incredibly important issues: securing our borders, stopping the boats. And personal attacks will always come with the territory with this job. I've got a thick skin.
So no answer there, but it's an important question because Braverman seems intent on causing controversy. It's what keeps her in the public eye, and I imagine will secure her ascent to the Tory party leader. So there's a bigger question here, is what the is wrong with her? So let's examine this through the prism of the tents as a lifestyle choice comment. Obviously, a lot of people were outraged by it.
Lord Bird joins us now, of course, founder of The Big Issue. Very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Did you make a lifestyle choice when you were homeless?
I was hiding from the police and hiding from my family, and I think you'd find that a lot of people have some kind of trauma that leads them to the streets.
We're here today because Suella Braverman insists on using rhetoric which demonises the people that we help. It dehumanises them.
So my question to you, Suella Braverman says that it is a choice of lifestyle to live on the streets of Britain, and she wants to bring in a law that will restrict charities from handing out tents to homeless people in winter.
Well, I think that if Suella Braverman is saying that kind of thing, then I want to see the data. I want to see the amount of people from the Home Office who are going around with their little tick boxes and all that saying, so how long have you been on the streets? How did you end up on the streets?
But when quizzed, here's what she said.
Let's talk about reports that you're planning on restricting homeless people from using tents. Why is that something you're looking at?
Listen, the British people are a compassionate nation, and of course we must do everything necessary to support those who are genuinely homeless.
So two things here. First, she's done it to get attention. She wants the controversy. And second, stop saying the British people. We're a polymorphous blob made up of many different thoughts and feelings, so don't generalise.
Talk about a lifestyle choice. I mean, surely this is something that people do out of desperation, not out of choice.
Well, as I said, we will help those who are genuinely homeless. It cannot be right that parts of our cities are ruined and blighted by the sight and use of tents. There is no need to use tents for accommodation in 21st century Britain.
Of course there is, because some people can't afford to live in houses anymore. This coming from a Tory whose policies help increase homeless numbers.
And now, after 13 years of Tory rule, we're seeing tents springing up in our cities and on our streets and in towns up and down the country. And what does the Tory Home Secretary think would be the best solution to the problem of people sleeping in tents? She wants to ban tents. Target, homeless. Policy, ban tents. Policy is nonsense, but if people hate the target enough, then they'll cheer it to the rafters.
Ultimately, anybody who opposes Braverman and her actions needs to constantly link her controversial policies and statements to the actual source of Braverman's desire to be the next Tory leader. Click here for an article about what is going on at the Daily Mail.